Oh, we need a key. Oh, she's right.
Check, baby, 1, 2, 3, 4. Check, baby, 1, 2, 3. Now I can hear myself.
Live from the studios of NBC 12 and ABC 25, this is Good Morning Jacksonville at 6:30.
Here are your big stories at 6:30 this morning. Number one, a $30,000 reward is being offered after 2 police officers were shot near Georgia Southwestern State University. One was killed. Police say Miguel Limerick shot them after a domestic violence call. He is considered armed and dangerous. The second big story, there has been yet another deadly accident on New Kings Road in northwest Jacksonville. This time, police say a woman was killed after a pickup and car collided. This is the same stretch of road where 5 pedestrians have been killed in the last 2 months.
I was not prepared for this. I just bought these gloves 5 minutes ago.
Number 3, an Arctic blast. It's slamming a big portion of the country everywhere from Minneapolis to Dallas to Boston, 10 to 20 degrees below their average. Here at home, waking up to a beautiful, just look at that sunrise out there at the beaches, but it's a little chilly. Meteorologist Mike Brangley has more on our weather.
Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. And yeah, the big chill, the real chill hits now tonight, late tonight and Friday into the first part of the weekend. Cold snap on the way. So feeling great. 49 Jacksonville. We're getting ready for this just glorious sunrise. We're going to be showing you out at the beach here shortly. And speaking of the beach, 54 Fernandina, 51 up to St. Simons. And as we take a look at today, our drive time, have a little yellow flashing light for patchy fog. Visibility is mainly over a mile, and there's those 40s, and then a green light go this afternoon. But there's going to be some changes. Temperatures stuck in the 60s today. All right, so we've gone from 80s early week, 70s yesterday, 60s today. You'll need the jackets because we'll have this breeze kick in, it looks like, by late morning. As far as the fog, the west side, this is west of Oakleaf, Cecil, Baldwin, Highway 301 we're watching, and then now toward Putnam County. But here comes the change. All right, it's hashtag FC in Burr because we go from 67 in Jacksonville to just 40s in Atlanta for highs today, 30s in Nashville, when we'll see those lows in the 30s and feel like the 20s coming right up. But first, Katie Jeffries getting us to the weekend. It's almost here, Katie, in the VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
One more day, right? All right, so your time is 6:32. This is a look at I-10 and Cassett. Things here look pretty nice, eastbound and westbound, even though it's starting to pick up as we get towards that rush hour. But still very nice. Driving in from Baldwin towards downtown, sitting at about 15 minutes, but that will start to increase pretty steadily once we get closer to 6:45. An accident at 210 right in front of that entrance ramp for I-95. No lanes blocked, but we are seeing a little bit of a slowdown from congestion, probably maybe some onlooker delay there, but I'm not seeing any major significant extra, adding 10 minutes on your day. It looks like it's okay. 95 northbound from 295 towards downtown is your normal 13 minutes there. Overall traffic has been moving well this morning, but I'll keep my eye on it as we approach the rush hour.
I believe we're in the process of putting together one of the all-time great cabinets that has ever been assembled in our nation's history.
President-elect Donald Trump has announced new appointments to his administration, and they have a lot of people talking. One of them, the co-founder of the WWE, Linda McMahon. Trump is actually the WWE Hall of Fame. He's in that Hall of Fame and once wrestled McMahon's husband on television. ABC's Janae Norman has the latest on his other appointments.
The man dubbed by Time magazine president of the divided states of America continues to split the country. A new Bloomberg poll shows Donald Trump's favorability rating at 50%, with 49% of Americans polled believing the country is heading in the wrong direction.
I believe we're in the process of putting together one of the all-time great cabinets that has ever been assembled in our nation's history.
The president-elect believes he and his cabinet will change that, though so far many of his choices for key roles have come with their fair share of controversy. The latest, Trump's choice of Oklahoma Attorney General Scott Pruitt to lead the Environmental Protection Agency.
Attorney General Pruitt has great qualifications and a good record as the AG of Oklahoma.
Pruitt's bio on the AG website shows he established the state's first federalism unit to combat unwarranted regulation and overreach by the federal government, and is a leading advocate against the EPA's activist agenda. The pick has drawn sharp criticism from environmental advocates and Democrats who say Pruitt denies the science of climate change and has routinely chosen the big oil and coal industry over the well-being of his constituents. They are promising a tough nomination fight. Senator Brian Schatz of Hawaii tweeting, "Nominating a climate denier to run the Environmental Protection Agency is offensive. I will do everything I can to stop this." The announcement of Pruitt for EPA comes as Trump met with actor and environmental activist Leonardo DiCaprio to talk about climate change and how focusing on renewable clean energy could create millions of jobs. Janae Norman, ABC News, Washington.
Now, Trump is also reportedly considering retired Navy Admiral James Stavridis for Secretary of State. Now, he has ties to Atlantic Beach. Katie?
School police in Duval County are getting a pay raise. According to our partners at the Florida Times Union, the school board has approved a 1.4% pay increase. The raise is retroactive back to July of 2015. The Fraternal Order of Police said increasing wages will decrease turnover. DCPS officers will also get a $500 bonus.
The U.S. Air Force has selected Jacksonville as one of 5 finalists to house the military's newest and most sophisticated fighter jet. If chosen, the Jacksonville Air National Guard would begin to transition from the F-15 fighter jets currently used to the new F-35A Joint Strike Fighter jets as early as 2022.
An update to a story we told you about earlier this month. Jobs to work on the presidential Marine One helicopter will not be coming to Jacksonville. Our On Your Side team uncovered the failure at the negotiation table. The Fleet Readiness Center Southeast at NAS Jax was preparing to take over maintenance, but the Navy has come to an agreement to keep the jobs in Connecticut.
Well, changes are made at Jacksonville's Metro Park. The canopy there has been completely removed. Back in January, city inspections showed that the fabric, cables, and hardware were in very poor condition. The report also showed that the central steel masts and poles had significant corrosion. We're told there is no plan to replace that canopy. The city plans to work closely with event organizers to make sure their staging needs are met in the future.
Progress at a downtown Jacksonville construction site. You can see beams going up at the new amphitheater right next to Everbank Field. The new complex will hold up to 5,500 people and a 94,000 square foot covered flex field. Construction expected to be complete by next year.
All right, folks, it's 50 degrees outside right now on this Thursday morning and 36 minutes past the hour. From janitor to millionaire overnight, could you imagine? Up next, the first thing a man plans to do after hitting the jackpot.
Plus, if you're looking to deck the halls like Clark Griswold, you need to have some deep pockets. We break down how much this would cost in real life.
What a gorgeous shot on this cool Thursday morning. All right, here's what you can watch on ABC25 tonight at 8. 2 holiday specials, Toy Story, That Time Forgot, followed by Shrek the Halls. And at 9, it's the Great American Baking Show. And at 10, an all-new Notorious, followed by, of course, First Coast News at 11. Be sure to stick with us for that. Mike?
Good morning. Waking up with some 40s, so not too chilly just yet, but you'll need a jacket, and we're concerned about fog. So notice as we look at the big picture here, you've got areas of oak leaf. All right, oak leaf's over here, and we're not seeing much fog, but once you get out toward areas of the west side, Cecil, we've had some visibilities at times are reduced to under a mile, and that includes areas of McClinney to Maddox and along Highway 301. The second area we've been tracking has been down in Putnam County. In fact, if you get south of the Shands Bridge, we've been talking about visibilities at times. Again, patchy fog about a mile south of the Shands Bridge, and as we zoom in, some of the areas of concern would be Boswick off toward Rice Creek here. And as we go through the morning, the fog will lift by 9 a.m. for all of us. Temperatures mid to upper 60s today, but then the big plunge, check it out. We go from 50s by 6 o'clock to 40s at 10 o'clock, 30s late tonight, and wind chills in the 20s. Who could feel like 27 by morning? We'll take a look at that. But first, we got Katie Jeffries getting you off to a great start here on this Thursday in the VyStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
Thank you very much, Mike. Let's start with a beautiful look at 295. Look at that sunrise there. And you can see traffic starting to pick up there as well. So let's talk about some of those drive times. Maybe if you're getting on I-10, that congestion is really starting to pick up along I-10 and along US 90, but about 7 minutes and growing to go from 295 towards the downtown area. If you are traveling maybe across the Buckman Bridge, not bad, though it's picking up, but getting really heavy on Blanding right now. Already 12 minutes to go from Brandonfield up towards Kingsley. And of course, right there when you get close to 295, you've got all that congestion from people leaving Orange Park or trying to merge onto 295. Traveling southbound here, looking in Palatka, starting to pick up a little bit in your area. Minor slowdowns here along State Road 100. The bridge looks fine. The fog in Palatka, though, has lifted. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Katie. Well, a high school janitor says his life is now changed after winning a whopping $2 million from a scratch-off ticket. Dave Martinez has worked as a custodian since 1982. The staff nicknamed him Speedy for how quickly he moves and gets the job done. Look at him go. His co-workers say he deserves every single penny, but Martinez couldn't believe what he was seeing when he scratched off the winning ticket.
And I started scratching off in the dining room table, and I thought it was just 100,000 at first, and then I looked at it again, and it said 100,000 times 20. I just was mind-boggling.
Look again, buddy. All right, the first thing he plans to do is go on a vacation in Hawaii. Good for him. Then take in a NASCAR race in Daytona, and finally begin some home improvements. Despite his recent good fortune, Martinez says he has no plans to quit his job at the high school. Wow, it amazes me. So many people who win the lottery say, I'm not quitting my job. I like it. Good for him.
Most iconic Christmas display ever. Clark Griswold is legendary for over-the-top light shows that he sets up in the movie National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. So have you ever wondered how much it would take to actually recreate it? Well, the Stately Real Estate, they did this math. They calculated the electricity cost based on the 25,000 lights running 5 hours a day for the whole month of December. If you use incandescent ones like Clark did, it'll set you back almost $3,500.
Oh my gosh. It's worth it to some folks though, right? If you have it. 43 minutes now past the hour. I know it's a gift for people who love texting and who love to stay up to date with the latest gadgets. Money Man Matt Granite shows us the texting gloves.
Great to be with you, and your key to be able to use your tech outside does not come down to these $9 gloves I tested from Amazon. Only the fingertips react, which is why they're a different color. But on the gloves that I found, which are way better, you can control the whole device, as our intern Cody shows us.
And you can see it works every time. Look at that response. Hi, Matt. Great deals today. I believe these two keep my hands warmer. I go on runs during the winter time, and I wouldn't go skiing with these gloves, but for running and everyday use, these are a must grab.
I agree 100% with our intern Cody. Buy more than one pair and the gloves drop to $10 each. You can mix and match the gloves with free shipping. These were the best ones out of the dozen we tested, not a paid product. And on our website, firstcoastnews.com. Happy savings. I'm Matt Granite for First Coast News.
Still ahead on Good Morning Jacksonville, a knife-wielding student goes on a rampage at a high school. Up next, what may have sparked this chaotic scene and what ended with police opening fire.
Plus, mid-air emergency, a Southwest flight loses oxygen for the second time this week. We're back in 2 minutes.
It is now time for your power block of news. A massive manhunt underway in Americus, Georgia for the person accused of killing one officer, leaving another in critical condition. Police say Miguel Limbrick shot them after they responded to a domestic violence call. The 25-year-old officer, Nicholas Smar, has passed away, and Officer Jody Smith still fighting for his life. Limbrick is considered armed and dangerous, and a $30,000 reward is now being offered for information.
A big development surrounding those massive fires that killed 14 people in Tennessee. Police have arrested 2 teens who they think sparked those fires on purpose. The Gatlinburg wildfire destroyed more than 1,700 buildings, with many families losing everything they own. Investigators say the teens could be charged as adults, but by law, they can't release their names or ages.
Everybody okay? Everybody good? Dozens of passengers happy to be back on the ground after a scary situation in midair. During a flight from Atlanta to Houston, the Southwest flight lost pressure. Oxygen masks were deployed from the ceiling of the plane, and the plane was forced to land in Jackson, Mississippi. Now, this is the second time this week a Southwest flight has lost pressure.
Developing news right now, a Nassau County bus aide is under investigation after being accused of abusing special needs students on that bus. One of the incidents was apparently caught on camera. First Coast News' Lindsay Bilch is live in the Information Center with what's happening now. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Keitha. A heartbreaking story. A Nassau County mom said that she felt like something just wasn't right. She's noticed a difference in her daughter Zoe for 2 years and believed that the problem was happening on a Yulee primary school bus. She made a formal complaint against the school bus aide in early September, which developed into a Department of Children and Families investigation, which then uncovered those shocking allegations. In the report obtained exclusively by First Coast News, a school bus aide was caught on camera by investigators telling children, quote, "I'm sick of you and your mouth," and forcibly grabbing a child by the arm and pushing the child's head forward and backwards. According to the report, the child is crying throughout the video. Jervis's daughter was one of the students identified in the report. She says her child has regressed socially and academically from the alleged conduct.
They already fear that they're going to get bullied by kids. Now we have to worry about adults doing it as well. That's insane. This has been very emotional all the way around. Seeing it in writing made it more realistic and heartbreaking. I want to see the tapes for myself.
Now, according to the Department of Children and Families, there were some indicators of, quote, mental injury to young Zoe. The other student did not have any indication of those injuries. The surveillance footage has not been released yet by Nassau officials. Katie.
Dramatic new video this morning of a knife-wielding student who was shot by police at school. This happened at Hug High School in Reno, Nevada. You can see a 14-year-old student swinging the knife wildly around a crowd of students. Police say the incident may have started as a fight between two students. Officers told the student to drop it, but he refused. The officer had to shoot him. That's when the student was taken to hospital in critical condition.
And liftoff of the United Launch Alliance Delta IV.
Whoa, a rocket lit up over Florida last night, and it could be seen right here on the First Coast. Katie got a chance to check it out. The 900,000-pound Delta IV rocket will deploy the military's highest capacity communication satellite ever. It will double the bandwidth for soldiers, ships, aircrafts, and drones. Very cool to see there, Mike.
It is. And what's cool, we're going to keep our eyes to the sky for a beautiful sunrise. Yes, it's Thursday already, and look at that. I mean, we're talking, doesn't this get you excited? I mean, the weekend's almost here. Not too cold out there just yet. Temperatures at the beach in the 50s. In fact, let's come back to the graphics and show, about where we should be for this time of year. St. Augustine, good morning. It's going to be a gorgeous day, 53. St. Simon's, watching you in the Golden Isles with some golden sunshine and 48. So today, mid to upper 60s. But you're going to start to notice the change this afternoon. We've got a cold front that passed through overnight. Old man winter blows in. And notice how the wind stays up even during the overnight hours into Friday. So that's why we're concerned not just about the cold, but the wind chills. Feeling like 27 by our Friday morning. Brunswick, Jacksonville 31, south side even feeling like freezing. The beaches, you're not going to escape this. Feeling like 34 by Friday morning. In fact, we're going to keep the coats and hats out for our Friday during the day. A high of just 55. An inland freeze, that's I-95 west. That would be Saturday morning. There's that 32. So we'll keep it in the 50s one more day Saturday because of the cloud cover. Maybe squeezing out a brief shower for areas like St. Augustine late Saturday night about 2-3 a.m. Otherwise, a dry weekend turning warmer Sunday. That'd be the day to maybe hang more Christmas or holiday lights out there. The polar jet stream, it's active. I mean, it's coming all the way into Florida. That only happens a couple times during this time of year, and then it starts to lift to the north on Sunday. And as that happens, we'll see some changes. So Saturday, the cold day. It's a cold snap, 32 and 59 for your high, but the 7-day does show big bounce back. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, southeast wind even picks up more moisture ahead of our next front late Monday into Tuesday with our next best chance of rain. So a great day. Make sure you have your weather app, First Coast News app. We'll keep you ahead of all of these changes. Now let's get to Katie Jeffries, doing a great job as always in the ViStar Credit Union Traffic Center.
Thank you very much, Mike. So let's talk about what's going on those roadways. Of course, I-10, 295, the Buckman Bridge down here, really starting to get congested. We have two kind of incidents we need to talk about. First one here is in the Oakleaf area. State Road 23 near Oakleaf Plantation Parkway. No lanes there are blocked, but congestion already in that area. Plus that accident, I'd give yourself an extra 5 to 10 minutes if you can, just to kind of navigate that. On 95 here, after you would leave kind of near the Marineland area on 95 northbound, this is close to 206. Here a vehicle fire in that area, so use caution. I've not gotten any reports of lanes blocked, and I'm not seeing a major delay, but you can expect maybe a bit of an onlooker delay as people do pass by. Overall, those are the only two incidents that we are following on your major interstates right now. Anything else comes in, use that hashtag Katie's Commuters. Look that up before you leave the house because I'm always tweeting traffic. Back to you. All right, it's now 53 minutes past the hour and 50 degrees outside. Here are your top stories as you head out of the door. The future of Jacksonville's troubled Skyway takes center stage today. And get this, the Jacksonville Transit Authority is considering using driverless technology on the train system. That means a Skyway with no drivers. The board will discuss this idea more at today's meeting. Police in Waycross say they have identified a holiday Grinch who was caught on camera. Do you remember this? She was caught on camera stealing a Salvation Army kettle from a Walmart. It's a story that shocked so many of us earlier this week.
However, officers say she's still on the loose even though they know who she is. They have issued a warrant for her arrest, so they're trying to locate her at this point to take her into custody. And this morning, the search is on for two men who broke into a local cell phone store and got away with bags full of merchandise. Investigators say the two men broke into the JRC Boost Mobile store on Sunbeam Road. You can see one man wearing a black mask and gloves just rummaging through all of that stuff there. He broke the glass display case. Another man appears to be standing as a lookout in the front of the store. The front glass door was also broken. And a reminder to always be watchful while driving. A 7-year-old boy was rushed to the hospital last night after being hit by an SUV. This happened near Golden Isles Elementary School. Police say the boy was crossing the street on his way to school. The investigators say that the boy darted into traffic. He has since been released from the hospital.
A Jacksonville man is now behind bars after calls to 911.
That's right, to report a stolen police patrol car that he stole. Police say 23-year-old Michael Plains took the JSO patrol car from the side of King Food Store. Plains called 911 claiming to see the car being stolen. Police say they later found the patrol car in a parking spot belonging to him at an apartment complex. Wow. His house keys were also found inside of the officer's car. Come on. We're told he admitted to the crimes during interrogation.
We see plenty of jaguars in Jacksonville, but they're hardly the kind that you would see out in the wild. But one of those big cats made a rare appearance in Arizona. A trail camera in the mountains of southeast Arizona, look, caught this adult male jaguar in a photo. The picture was taken on December 1st, and that may just be the second known wild jaguar in the country. Wildlife teams in Arizona are working to see if this is the same jag that they caught on camera a few years ago.
That thing
is fascinating.
Beautiful. From afar in a picture. All right, if you play Fantasy 5, check your tickets. There were 3 winners last night, including one right here in Jacksonville. The winning numbers are 11, 15, 22, 28, 33. Your prize, $70,670.
Wow.
Woo.
Okay.
Must be nice.
You get some good Christmas presents.
Seriously, you're thinking about Christmas presents, maybe for myself. No, I'm kidding.
Well, it's going to be all good this weekend. All right, so that's what we're thinking about. Wine on the river. Patty Jackson did a great job. So here's the forecast. We're talking about temperatures in the 50s, and even though there will be some clouds around from 3 to 7, that's at Friendship Fountain, keeping it dry with that northeast wind 10 to 15. Now, as we go to the 7-day forecast, so many events going on around town. Heading out to the Nutcracker, hanging more holiday lights. I think Sunday would be your day for that. We'll go from 59 Saturday to 71, bouncing back Sunday. But we're going to watch that wind chill tomorrow morning and the inland freeze on Saturday morning before we bounce back.
So you might have to defrost your windshield tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
This is a look at 295-year-old St. Augustine. Congestion picking up. No big problems, though, on your roads currently.
All right, folks, be safe out there. Bundle up the kitties this morning. Have a great one.